Anthony and Air podcast back for another episode. So much to talk about. Prince Andrew misses the first big royal family event. We'll tell you what he was doing instead. And a judge permanently blocks Bob Saget's autopsy records. Tucker Carlson again.
Ugh,
Jesse Smoke. Oh wait, nope. Oh, sorry. Wait. Too soon.
not
Too
yet.
soon. Sorry, not yet. Jumped the gun. Anna Delvey to be deported. Kourtney Kardashian is trying to put Travis Barker's bun in her oven. We got DJ Trump, our next product testing. Tom Brady returns and screws a major fan in the process. Pete Davidson versus Yee. Pete Davidson goes to space. Dolly Parton bows out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Frankie C is here. That's your episode. Let's go. Welcome back, Frankie C.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate that.
Nice to have you. You missed the last show. Prince Andrew missed his first major royal family event.
We were not together.
You also were not accused of doing similar things.
Thank God.
Thank God for that is right. This was a Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey. Let me try that again. A Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey. All the senior royals came, including Prince Charles. Actually, the Queen didn't come because she's still recovering from COVID.
Aha.
Yes. Now,
so what was this for?
This was for the Commonwealth Day service. This is like one of their pompousy events.
Got
No
it.
disrespect, but we have them too here in America. Some of the things are just like, whatever. The palace insisted that the Queen missing this event was not health related, while others say that she is pacing herself for Prince Philip's Thanksgiving. The event would have been the 95-year-old's first major event since contracting COVID in February.
I have a ton of questions there.
I'm sure. Oh, God.
Prince Philip's Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't even know they had Thanksgiving outside of.
Well, they saw how popular it was here in America, so they started.
Oh, okay. They dig the cranberry sauce.
Now, if you're from England and I'm getting any of these wrongs, you just correct. You let me know in the comments.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure I'm right, though.
Thanksgiving was very specific for America and Canada.
I know, but that's how they saw how big it was, and they were like, "Oh, let's go with that."
My next question is, when the hell is their Thanksgiving? It's March right now.
Yeah.
So I take it they don't do it in November.
Well, I'm going out on a limb here, and this I definitely think is wrong, but I believe the Thanksgiving is a memorial service because Prince Philip isn't he the one who died? Was that her husband?
Okay. That sounds like something.
Yeah, I think that's just
I think you're right.
Yeah. So that's that. Prince Charles attended. Prince Andrew did not. Do you know what he was doing instead of being there?
Something weird.
Not too weird.
What?
I'm riding a fucking horse.
That was my next guess. I mean,
just horseback riding.
Royal family, if they're not doing something important,
yeah,
they're riding a horse, I feel.
Yeah, basically. He was spotted in Windsor. He was driving around. Then they caught him, on the grounds of Windsor Castle. So he was driving his Range Rover on the grounds of Windsor Castle, and then he was just riding around on a horse on Windsor Castle for a little while. Could you imagine, and then he was ring with some dude who was clearly a member of the staff paid to be there. Could you imagine having to be Prince Andrew's friend now? That's your job. I don't want to ride a
security
horse.
Guy?
Yeah, I mean, probably. I don't even know. Handler, security person, whatever.
He doesn't have to be his friend.
I mean, I guess not. But what is he gonna do? Not talk to him?
And you know what else sucks? Is you're sitting there going, "I got to take a bullet for this guy, if anything."
For real.
This scum. I got to jump in front of a gun to save this guy.
Yeah, and how do you not go? Oh, what's it like being a scumbag? How does that not come up?
Yeah. You think there was a moment where Prince Andrew addressed it with his staff and was like, "Listen, this is going on. Here's where we stand. This is what's happening, and this is how it's resolved."
Probably, but that's an awkward.
That's an awkward thing.
You've been in those meetings in radio where they're like, "Hey, everybody, here's what's happening. This is what we're doing," and you're just going, "No,
this is no." And then at the end, everybody's like, "The hell was all that?" That was the dumbest. This does not. Number one, it's stupid. It's either the stupidest thing you've ever heard, or it has no effect on you whatsoever.
Yeah.
So chances are, these people heard this and went, "This is stupid," because we all know.
Or they go like this: "Oh, we're bringing in so and so. It's gonna give us a boost. They're gonna bring in this person," and you're like, "That's not gonna work here."
Yeah.
But you can't be that person.
No, you can't.
You're Mr. Negative all the time.
This was in radio. I was in a meeting where they brought in people to change stuff, and I'm sure everybody else. I should have said, everybody was probably thinking the same thing. This is a mistake. No, don't mess with because it just didn't work. And they had these great ideas.
Yeah, this is gonna be great, guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Is it? Because it's coming out of your mouth, and the last 40 things you've come up with have been shit. So I have a hard time buying this one.
I mean, it just, not only that, it's coming out of anybody. It just depends on the idea, and it's just usually, I don't know, when it comes from the money end of it, it's not a good idea. When it comes from the creative end of it, sometimes it's a good idea. Yeah.
That's why they're the creatives. But I mean, could you imagine, like, everybody knows what really went down, and then he's going to be in that meeting going like, "Oh, this was all, we just had to get past this, the family."
Yeah, and everybody's like, "I quit, please."
Thank you. Like, I've seen the Bears, guy. We know you did this shit. This is fucking weird.
How do you continue working there? I mean, unless you believe, like, if you think that he's not, I guess that'd be the only way that I would continue working there. If I thought that he's innocent, but I'd be out of there so fast. As soon as this came out, I'd be like, nope, I'm not working for you anymore.
I know you would hope to be. All right, listen, our answer to Home Improvement's Wilson, that's our own J Subs. There she is. Only bottom of the face only.
Howdy, neighbor.
I'm going to do the the whole pod this way, which is not going to be that long because I have a horrible dry cough.
I'm going to do the whole thing this way.
I don't know if it's more annoying for me saying that's what she said the whole time or just continuously dry coughing. So you decide.
I like dry coughing.
That's the most annoying. Or this is my favorite because I know Frank has this too, but when someone slurps their soup, I want to go fucking nuts. I want to go and I want to take a knife and just slit their throats. This is including my husband and my father.
Chase up's coming out.
That's a little extreme. I don't want to murder anybody, but
I hate. No.
I see red a lot. I'm furious when I hear eating noises. I can't do it. It's such a. It's my number one pet peeve and my number two pet peeve is like a mile behind it.
It's Donald Trump.
I said, yeah. What do you hate more, Donald Trump or the chewing?
If I could not deal with one of those two things, that's a tough one.
This is safe. I'm glad you're being honest because that just goes to show. I've seen Frank walk out of rooms over the chewing thing.
I can't. My mom, my dad, my family calls me. And they're in the middle of eating. I go, nope, call me back. And I hang up. Because it's just like, why am I talking to you? So I can hear you chew for 10 minutes?
Brutal. What's it? J-Subs, you seem very irritated this episode. Is it the cough? Or was somebody just doing the chewing thing right before we started?
Excuse me. See? No, I just thought of my husband slurping his soup last night, and I got annoyed.
Okay, but soup is a hard thing to eat.
Okay, now you sound like my father.
I'm sorry, chewing I understand. Close that mouth up, but the soup, it's kind of you got a little slurp.
Put the spoon in your mouth, close your lips, remove spoon. And are you drinking a scented candle?
No, tea.
Oh, okay.
What does that say on there?
It says mommy.
Alrighty.
And also because I just drank this and it's hot and I slurped it a little bit and I got so annoyed at myself. Go ahead.
That's the thing. You slurp hot liquids, hot stuff like that. That's the only way because you can't take it This is going to sound bad, but you can't take it full on. You got to slurp it a little bit because
I can.
Because if the temperature's too hot and you take a huge mouthful, there you go.
This is all gonna get cut up and look really bad for you.
Damn it!
Wait, hold on, Frank. What would you do if I put a penis in front of you right now? Okay, that's gonna make a lot more sense when we cut it up later.
Yeah, but it's not gonna cut well. See, I'm all in different spots.
Cut well. We never cut anything well to begin with.
Shut up.
Bob Saget a judge permanently blocks Bob Saget's autopsy results. This went
very
down,
odd.
This went down today. Permanently blocking the release of photos, videos, and any other records connected to the investigation of Bob Saget's death. The permanent injunction granted by Circuit Judge Vincent Chiu. Vinny boy. He granted this injunction at the request of the family.
I could understand not wanting pictures and video of your loved one, circulating in the world and everybody. That I could get. I understand that. But if there's like a written thing, a record, something, I forget what they call it, like a statement.
This is an autopsy report.
The report, right. If the report without pictures and video can be released, maybe something that, just the part that we're concerned about. We don't care, I'm sure nothing was wrong with his, his foot or his hand, give us what happened up here. We want to know what happened in this area. That's what we know he wasn't like drugged, they said, it's all about what happened to his head. And if they could, not even that, just have the cops come out and say, this is what happened. Or an investigator.
Cops now? Is that what you're saying?
Have an investigator. I don't know. Who are
you
going to get to do it?
On it?
Who are you going to
get? Right now, I can't trust anybody. Let me tell you something else, and it's going to blow your mind. But my mother was in the state at the same time, okay? And I got my eye on her as well. So there's nobody I'm taking off of this suspect list.
So there was a swingers convention, is what you're trying to say.
All right. That's a sensitive topic. The suit was filed after some media outlets requested such records, even though Florida state prohibits their release. Saget's widow, Kelly Rizzo, and his 3 daughters had filed suit. Second wife, though. And I'm a little concerned that the 3 daughters aren't lashing out at stepmom, because that's exactly who I would think it would be. If I had to guess, that's why she's fighting so hard to keep it a secret. She doesn't want her
Yeah, but secret from us is one thing. But if the cops,
from everybody.
But if the cops have it, that's the people who could, if she did any if there was any wrongdoing, they would bring her down.
You know what else is driving me crazy about what Janine just said? More and more on my TikTok, am I seeing fucking swinger stuff from Florida? And that's,
oh my god, me too. All the time.
It's the swinger state.
From Florida, or just swinger stuff in general?
Excuse me,
Janine.
Oh, just swinger stuff in general. And I'm like, why? Because I watched a 3-second video, not knowing that it was about swingers. That's what the thing is.
Sure.
Yeah, that and all the swinger porn.
When you said watched, you mean posted.
Right.
Okay.
No, but I agree. Like at first, if you got hooked into one, or if you watch one for like 10 seconds, that is fucking it.
That's like clicking on an ad. All of a sudden, you get flooded with that ad.
But they're all in Florida. I don't know if any other state actually has swingers besides where my parents live.
Utah.
I never noticed where they're from, but I always get them, and I'm always like, come on.
It's all the old folks' homes, man. They got nothing else to do over there.
No, I saw one where it was a hairdresser, and she said that this was the TikTok. It was a hairdresser. Let me pull this off because that's not fair to Bob Saget. It was a hairdresser, and she said a guy moved to where my parents live in Florida and said that he was lonely and just kind of like wanted to make friends, which is pretty amazing, seeing that where my parents live in Florida is like day camp for seniors. Like if They just like have activities and like
it's still Boca Vista.
Yeah, you can join clubs and shit. Anyway, she tells this guy, you should go to the supermarket, put a pineapple in your supermarket upside down in the cart thing, not in your supermarket. So the guy, he goes, why would I do that? She goes, trust me, just do it and let me know how it goes the next time when you come back. And then she concludes the story with saying like he came back and said he had 2 dates or something like that after he actually did it.
2 dates at the same time?
I guess so. I don't know how it all works, Frank. I don't have all the rules down.
Was this an elderly gentleman?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they're doing down there.
I don't know what happens when you hit 60, but you get bored banging your significant other? Is that what happens? You're just like, I gotta start fucking other people now?
Some people, I guess.
All right, we got 20 years.
Some people, they move down there. There's nothing to do. There's only so much shuffleboard you can take.
Like I said, there's more people out there than you think that do it. But we should have that girl that my friend went on a date with, who worked at the swinger sex club on Long Island. We should get her on here.
I would love to.
Can you do that?
I would love to interview a swinger. Yeah, we should. Can you arrange that?
I wonder if I could.
And I'd be happy to anybody in the audience that's a swinger. I would love to, because it's not. I get the you want to bang other people part. I just don't get the you want other people to bang your significant other part. That's where that's where you lose me on the swinger thing.
Are you allowed to swing if you're single, or is that just you have to be in a couple?
That's a good question. I would imagine there has to be some restrictions, because if not, I feel like a swingers club would be filled with like 3 couples and then 400 guys.
Yeah. I guess it's like, BYO SO, significant other.
I was going to say bring your own P.
I was trying to keep it clean.
Who put the video in our friend chat the other day of the self-love device gone awry on the subway?
I don't know.
Was that you?
Did you have to ask?
Okay.
That was hysterical.
In our friends chat, in the middle of my day, I get this text message and I look at this video and it's this thing rolling down a train card in New York City.
Vibrating marital aid.
And some guy picks it up, which is disgusting on its own right.
Why would you touch that?
But I'll be 100% honest with you. You could ask my wife. I had to ask her what it was.
Wait, I thought you were kidding.
No, I wasn't kidding. Oh, I think I asked in the group, and then I was too embarrassed to follow up. Then I literally texted my wife separately. Like, what is that? Here's what threw me off. And Frank, you tell me if I'm crazy here.
You're crazy.
It had a fucking light on it.
You're crazy. These things.
Why was there a light on it? I don't understand that. That doesn't make any.
It sounds like I have to send your wife some toys.
I feel like these things now, they're hooked up to. You could play music out of them. They wash your dishes. Some of them.
They have Wi-Fi
went off
on
the
it.
rails fast, and
they have Wi-Fi. Yeah, they're Wi-Fi hotspots.
No, Bluetooth. I get it. And I would even understand. I've seen the ones where there's like a thing and then there's like another, like the fish that we talked about. Then there's like another thing to,
This, you have no idea the technology that they've got.
So why a light? What do you mean why a light?
There was a light at like one end and it was like, what do you need that for? I don't understand.
You asking me? You asking Frank?
Okay.
So it could be like this.
Because either you're jamming the light in there, or the light is just blinding you in the other direction. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it.
How about it's the dark? It's dark, so you have to try to find it. So you turn it on that way.
Or you're asking why is there a light in there?
Hypothetically,
the people who made it asked why not have a light in there.
I don't know. To me, this is like. Now with 30% more orange juice, it's like, I don't. It doesn't make
good.
Sense.
What's wrong with 30% more orange juice?
I know. I like. It's fine. I get it, but it's like I don't know. Just leave it the way it was. It was fine.
I definitely need to send your wife some toys. Okay.
See, the marketing department is always, in those things, you got to come up with something. You can't leave things the way they are. You always got to improve and keep new things coming.
I like the new Wilson, Janine.
Pun intended.
You like that?
Keep new things coming. Very good. Very good.
But
Didn't make any sense to me. Again, I could understand if it's like one of those mining helmets where you have the light shining down on it, but this was literally coming out of one end. It didn't make any sense to me.
oh, come on.
Or is it like how when you're a kid, like you used to put your hand over the flashlight and your hand would kind of like glow pink? Is that what it is? Is that what it's for?
Jesus Christ.
Could be.
Maybe. Is it a tester to see how intelligent a woman is that if you put it in there and she opens her mouth and a light comes out, then you know there's not really much substance in her? There's no real beauty.
I think it's like one of those, when you don't know if electricity is flowing in the outlet, you plug and the light lights up.
Right.
That's if she's
I'm not
happy.
I know why exactly, and I'm not gonna say it.
You know why there's a light?
Hypothetically.
See, this is what I was afraid of. There's a reason why, and I'll never know. Nobody's ever going to tell me.
So you know why there's a light? Is that a yes?
I think she's just fucking with us now.
Yeah, she has
battery level.
Oh, that makes sense.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then put a meter. With a flashlight.
I think it's just. I think it's just decoration. Why do some things have weird,
That seems
designs?
Very strange. I don't know. This is very strange.
Some things have weird designs and stuff like that. Why? Because it's just decoration. I think that's all it is. But the worst part about the video was him picking it up. I don't know why.
Why would you pick that up?
Why didn't that bother you more?
Well, no, it bothered me. But I think I almost felt a little bad for the guy because he thought, oh, this lady must have dropped her flashlight.
I wouldn't pick up my own child if they fell on the floor in the subway.
Me either.
Yep, that's where you stay now.
That's true. I've left a lot of things on the floor of the subway just because there's just no reason for it.
There's no coming back.
That's it. From now on, you're down there.
Yeah.
Listen, I know all about the subway and weird things.
Remember that?
It's an effed up, gross place.
It was an early classic story from J-Sabs.
Mm-hmm.
Tucker Carlson again. So supposedly the story right now is the Kremlin asked state-controlled Russian media to highlight Fox News host Tucker Carlson's broadcast as much as possible due to his criticisms of the U.S. and NATO allies in his coverage of the Ukraine crisis, according to Mother Jones. A leaked 12-page memo from a Russian government agency to media on March 3rd says it's essential to use as much as possible fragments of broadcast by Carlson, according to a translation by Mother Jones, which said it obtained the note from a contributor to a national Russian media outlet.
And it amazes me how not nobody, but a lot of people don't see this. Will still defend Tucker Carlson and go, "Oh, he's great, he's great." They're literally using him as propaganda in Russia. How much clearer do you want it to be?
I saw I saw his last clip. I don't know where it was, when it was from, what day it was from, but somebody sent it to me, and it was Tucker Carlson explaining that there were biochemical labs doing biochemical experiments in the Ukraine, and that the United States was funding them, right? And then they interviewed the woman in charge. I forget what her title is, but long story short, Marco Rubio was like, "Are there biochemical labs in the Ukraine?" And she was like, "Yep." And he's like, "Should we be worried about it?" And she was like, "Yep."
Oh.
So then Tucker Carlson then proceeded to criticize the United States government for having labs in other countries that were doing bio experiments, if you will. Because he was basically like, well, this was bad in Wuhan, so why wouldn't it be bad everywhere else? Which, not a horrible thing to assume, to say, but given the fact that that just went wrong in the last 2 years, like this is the first time we've kind of seen that blow up in everybody's face, right?
Yeah. So what? There's not supposed to be any bio labs anywhere.
Then kind of alluded to the fact that, like, how could the United States be doing this when obviously this is not something that happened in the last like 3 or 4 months. Like this must have been going on for God knows how long. So who knows how many administrations this was, happening under, right? including the last one that I'm sure he's always on Trump's side. But his big criticism was how could the Biden administration allow Russia to walk in and take over the country when we have stuff in there that we don't want them to have. So not an unfair criticism to be like, hey, like if there's bio weapony things in there that you're trying to protect, why would you just allow that to be taken over? But this assumption that, because again, the answer to all these things is, well, do you want World War III? Like it's, like where do you want to go with all of this?
And I'm sure that whomever is in charge of these labs, there's such thing as destroying.
I would hope so.
I'm sure they don't just go, they're working till the last second until Russia knocks on the door and they go, all right, here you go.
But I don't know how you could do that freely. But here was the worst part. He goes, we reached out to the United States government. And the United States government told us that this was not true. And they did so on 2 occasions. And then USA Today ran a story saying that they checked with sources in the United States government, and it's not true.
Whoa.
So he said, this is awfully suspicious. And then after the woman's testimony, they decided to go get confirmation from outside governments, because he said, and I'm basically quoting here, I'm paraphrasing, but quoting Tucker Carlson, if our own government is not going to be honest with us, then we'll go ask other governments what the truth is. Are you fucking kidding me?
What the fuck's wrong with this guy?
So then wait, Russia and a Russian report from the government, they confirmed that the United States was funding, places. And then also the Chinese government said that they had warned the United States.
Of course. Why wouldn't we trust Russia right now or China?
And then he turns around and goes, well, if our own country is going to lie to us, then we have to go to other countries to get the truth.
He's such a piece of shit. He really is.
What is wrong with you? First of all, what do you expect the United... by the way, I fully believe that the United States government was doing this.
Could be.
And for a plethora of reasons. One maybe being, if some shit goes down, do you want to fucking lose Scranton, Pennsylvania, or some fucking weird place in the Ukraine that we don't really, like, why would you not put the dangerous... No. Let's put the most dangerous shit in the middle of our fucking big cities. Like, who would vote for that? I know it sounds insensitive now with Ukraine where it is, but I'm sure it's not just Ukraine and China. I'm sure we have money and shit everywhere.
We have things going on all around the world, I am sure. Now, if
wait, let me finish the point here. So, okay, so assuming that we do have shit everywhere, what would you want the United States government to do? Confirm what Putin is, be like, oh yeah, we were funding biochemical weapon research right next to your border. That's what you fucking want? Like, what fucking planet do you live on? Since when do you expect the United States government to be honest with the United States people? Give me a
not only that,
break.
Hand over, just risk national security as well.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Look, hey, do I want you to be honest about the fucking flight logs from Epstein? Yeah, I would prefer that.
Absolutely.
But when it comes to, like Frank just said, national fucking security, for them to be like, oh yeah, we put that shit right next to the big nuclear power that we're...
Let me circle on a map for you where it is. And then everybody can go get it.
Yeah, what do you think classified information is? It's shit they just don't want us to know yet. Like, where the fuck do you live? And this was all for what? So he could look better than USA Today? And this guy is the biggest dick I've ever seen.
He's a piece of shit. And he even said on some radio show, I don't remember what it was, but he actually said, if I don't know the answer, I will lie just to win the argument.
Oh, I know people like that.
He literally said that. This is a news reporter. I will lie on the air.
I know people like that.
Just to win the argument.
And the sad thing, and he's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. He's
not stupid. He's dangerous.
He's stoking the flame of ultra right-wing conservative people.
Of course he is.
Who just want to, who are just like on the outsides of things going, oh, he's right. Like, I don't even get it anymore. He's so far fucking lost in himself. It doesn't make any sense to me.
And the way he presents it to people makes it seem like it's this big conspiracy. Like if I went, Janine's hair is blonde. Why is that? What is she hiding from us? It's like, it makes it sound, it's nothing there. There's nothing.
I don't have brown hair, motherfucker.
I said blonde. So
I said brown.
He said brown.
Oh, okay. So like he takes these. Sometimes he takes these nothing things.
But Frank, don't you think that's his whole thing? Like that's why they get. They do it for a reason, for ratings. That's all they do it for. I really do think. Do I think he's that much of a dick? Probably not. But he probably just puts on this whole big act.
Then but that
does that make him a bigger dick?
I agree, but I think which I have no problem with him doing that shit for the most part.
If you do things like a dick, then you're a dick. It's not like he's acting.
I feel like we're trying to avoid, escalating a confrontation. Just shut the fuck up and be on Team America for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not. It's not dumb.
America.
It doesn't fall. I still can't get the saying right, Frank. It doesn't. I don't know. I understand what's happening. I understand with Afghanistan and everything. We fucked that up royally. I get it. I get we have a bad past with this kind of thing, but still be on the side of trying to make sure cooler heads prevail at all times. Not meaning that you have to lie on the air, but know what you're doing when you're just trying to put yourself over versus keeping the country nice and safe. Because here's what to Frank's point, here's what he said. He goes, USA Today printed a story that those were not American funded biolabs. And that was a lie. And I'm looking at him and I said this to my wife. She goes, well, is he making that up? I go, I don't know what transpired, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that USA Today reached out to their government source, asked, and their government source either said no because that's what they believed, or they said no because that's the lie they chose to fucking portray. And then USA Today went out and got another government source to back it up because all you need is two sources. So to find two people in the American government to lie to a newspaper, not that hard to do. And then to find out that that information was false a few days later, that shit happens all the time. But the way he presented it was like, it's part of the whole left media to lie to you and say, this turned out not to be true. Like you never fucking reported something off of sources and then it turned out to be false. Like, give me a fucking break. It happens all the time.
Like Bob Saget. Hello.
Like Bob Saget.
His only goal is to divide everybody and take his people and say, oh, I'm the only one you could trust. And everybody else, the Democrats and the left wing, they're all going to lie to you and mess you up. But me and Trump, who I kiss his ass, and for some reason, Putin, he's actually said, why should I hate Putin? That was a quote. That's a quote from
you sound
Tucker
just
Carlson.
like him when you said that.
Why should I hate Putin?
Yeah,
is he doing something wrong?
It's getting sharp. It's getting pretty good.
Thank you.
Do you say to your wife, do you want me to eat this?
That's an immediate boner killer.
Answer the question, Frank.
Yeah, you have definitely talked to Tucker's voice.
Do you play Tucker Carlson, Rachel Maddow in the bedroom?
That is an immediate turnoff. That would kill the evening.
I'd like to see you role play. You be Tucker Carlson, your wife be Rachel Maddow, and I'll put a huge flashlight dildo in the bedroom and see what transpires.
Listen, I don't need you to put flashlight dildos anywhere. Okay.
And it's not a dildo; it's a vibrator. It's a big difference.
What do you need to do? Read fucking notes? You gonna read from your note card while you're down there? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Sometimes you lose your keys.
Anyway, next topic. Wait. Sorry. Nope. Too soon. This one's not yet. Nope, not yet. Anna Delvey to be deported. Janine, do you know who Anna Delvey is?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay. Do you watch the show?
Oh, yes, I did.
Frank watches the show too. What is this? Like you guys got together and
it's a limited series on Netflix. It's like the #1 thing.
You got like a little Netflix club?
Yeah, it's called The World. We're a part of the world. You apparently have never heard of this thing.
Just keep watching Tucker all day long. Go ahead.
Right.
All right. So there's a show on Netflix called Inventing Anna, and it's all about this young lady, Anna Delvey Sorokin. Sorokin's her real name. She
basically, I mean, do we want to give away what goes on in this show?
I mean, it's not really a giveaway because it was like in the news. So
It's based on a real person. Yeah, it's a real. For the most part, I mean, they make some stuff up. But
she's a con artist, though, right? Like she conned everybody.
Basically, but she doesn't really see it that way, and that was her argument. So she came over to America thinking, I want to make something. I want to become a name, and I want to build this image and this lifestyle, and create this club with everything going on. I just need investors. So in order to get investors, she pretended to be this rich Russian, German, whatever. I forget where exactly.
German.
But German.
What? Nope. She pretended to be a Russian Harris. No, wait, a German Harris, but she was really originally from Russia.
Okay.
No, I think it might be the other way around because they're trying to deport her back to Germany.
Okay, so Germany. So she pretends to be some rich heiress from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So she keeps telling people, "Oh yeah, I've got the money. You just need to back me, and then I'll pay you back. So she gets all these people to give her money, and she, I don't want to give away the end or anything, but it's basically she's in court or she's in jail, and the whole court, the thing happens over the series of episodes that she's in court because these people have all felt like they've been swindled. And she's like, well, you gave me money. And it's not like, I lied to you, but I didn't steal your money. You handed it to me.
Oh, I love her. Con.
I love her.
It was a con. It was a con.
I love her.
But she wasn't trying to just take the money and run. She was actually trying to do what she said she was going to do. Like she was going to take their money and build this lifestyle club, whatever, all the things that she wanted to put in, for artists and high profile people and all this stuff. So she was actually.
Why are you trying to get me to love her all of a sudden?
That's the point. That was the point of this whole thing.
And
okay, why do you love her? Wait, say that again. What?
So you're kind of rooting for her a little bit because she's doesn't have all the but she wants to become this thing, and it's basically a fake it till you make it kind of thing. She wants to become this important high profile person, but so she creates this image, and she
why is she so appealing to you, Janine?
Is Anna Delvey appealing to you, or is this actress
Anna Delvey?
So the real woman is more appealing. Okay.
Just because, I don't know, she was smart and she got people to give her money, and she was a woman. Here, I'm being very feminist, right? I'm being a huge feminist right now.
I know the conservative people are not going to like that, I don't think.
Where's my PP hat right now? Putting it on. Just, like she says in the film, if I was a guy, there would be no thought about you guys giving me money, but because I'm a woman, there's hesitancy, which is true. I know. I just feel like
I didn't buy that too much.
See, I did buy that
only because she was like 20. She was like 22, 23 years old, and like if a 22, 20, I don't know, she's in her low 20s, in her early 20s. If a guy in his early 20s was like, I want to do this thing, I need investors, they went through all the rigors that anybody would go through. They said, okay, show us your how much money you have, we need this much money down.
I would say that's fair that people would feel better investing with a young man than a young woman.
I'm not saying, yeah, absolutely, but I didn't see that too much in this show, I thought, only because they didn't know her.
Well, you're sexist. You wouldn't see it. That's the whole point, right?
Because you have a penis. No.
Right.
I don't know.
They just didn't know her was the thing. If they,
by the way, I'm going to need to see a return on my $5,000 investment at some point. Okay, Frank? I'm just saying.
Listen, the money's checks in the mail. Okay. So if some guy just walked in, nobody knew who he was, and said, I need $200,000 to open this club, they're like, all right, we need some collateral. We need this. We need that. We need you to go through the paperwork. She did that, but like faked it all. I feel like a guy would have to be put through that too. No, they wouldn't just hand them $200,000.
No, but I don't know. Just the way she did it, the way she went around and she was really focused on getting this club done. It's not like she tried to steal money. She really had a purpose and she really wanted to do something with the money, which is what I liked. I liked her. I just think that she was very smart.
Yeah, but the problem we run into is she ended up getting a little bit of money here and there, blah blah blah. But then she used it like to. The argument was she used it on herself too much because she used it on herself to go to spas and treatment, all this stuff, because her argument is, well, I did that to create the persona. I spent it with me and my friends because we wanted to be that high profile. We wanted to actually be the high profile people that we said we were going to be.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I was obsessed with the series, and honestly, I would watch it again. But it was so popular that SNL did a skit last week, and it was so good too.
It was funny.
I don't know if you saw it, but I have been doing her quotes for like the last 2 weeks. Since
the accent is fun to try.
Yes. I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you. Pretty much.
That's what she sounds like?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like
accent.
A combination German, Russian kind of accent. It just sounds weird.
So how does she get that first person? That's what I'm curious about. How do you get that first person to buy? Because if you come here, did she come with money? She had some money. She had to, right? Nothing.
No.
She was cut off. I don't know. How did she?
Well, she started here because she had got an internship at, I think it was a clothing designer or a bag designer. And so, she started out kind of in that lifestyle, got to know a few people. But there's some points in the show where you're like, wait, how did she pay for that? Right, Frank? Didn't you think that way too? Because they don't really explain that either.
Well, a lot of people fronted her money, and then she used that money to create this lifestyle. Not only that, she used it to grease wheels around her. It's like she would tip $100 bills, and everybody would think she was this huge, important person. So everybody, when the word got around that she was this, Anna Delvey's coming, you gotta clear out the penthouse suite and do all that. So they would roll out the red carpet for her because she was spreading this money around, and she was trying to pull off that persona, even though she didn't really have much.
Of course. What? Because I'm very excited about this.
That was good. I liked it.
Immediately started following all of them. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You immediately started following who?
Anna Delvey, all the actresses, and all the real people in the real life.
Yeah, so everybody in the show is based on real people.
So, is this recent? Did this all happen in the last
2017?
So 5 years. So 5 years old. Okay.
Yep.
But it's good.
It's so good. Oh my god.
I was laughing though because I'm sorry, Frank. I was laughing though because I just saw a TikTok where this kid went into a club as Justin Bieber and ran up a $4,000 bill, and they were had everybody convinced. They hired it was this prank guy, and he hired this Bieber lookalike with the glasses and the hoodie and everything, and he fucking rolled into a club.
I always thought, remember when we were young and stupid, I always said we should go, but nobody was willing to do it. We should go to a place, a club, we wear our best clothes, and we just get our friends to act like we're a big deal. When we walk in the place, they'll let us in, and it'll be like this huge thing. I always wanted to try that. We never really.
Yeah, but we don't look like anybody.
Doesn't matter. If you walk in, people will go, who's that? Who's that? And this is a guy. I think he's famous. He's in a band or whatever. I don't know.
We could do it if Janine would just let us call her the girl from Sunny in Philadelphia.
Right?
Yeah, that would work. But this guy fucking went into the club and ran up a fucking $4,000 bill, and they wrote on the bill "Thanks for coming into our club," and they wrote "comp" on it. And
oh man,
champagne, and they brought over the cake with the sparkler, the whole 9 yards.
Did they get away with it?
Yeah, he got away with it. He got away with it. I'll have to find the video. It's somewhere out there, but
that's amazing.
Yeah. Anyway, so Anna Delvey now is going to be deported. So she's in upstate. She's in Orange. So when did she get arrested?
She got arrested, I believe, 2016, and I think her trial was 2017. No, I'm wrong. She got arrested in 2017, and her trial, she was put in 2019, I believe.
So
she's 2 years in jail.
She's been in ICE custody, and now they're going to release her with the intention to deport her. She's reportedly set to board a flight to Frankfurt.
Yeah, she ain't happy about that. She wants to stay in New York.
Yeah, she's like,
I know all the gossip about her, please.
Oh, of course. New York is where it's happening. I have to be here.
She wants to stay here, so she's really pissed off about that.
Yeah.
So was it last month that the show came out? It's only a month old?
I'd say so.
Yep.
And how is it one season and that's it? It's just a limited.
Yeah, it's just about that story. And
how many episodes are we talking about?
9?
Mm-hmm. 9.
Okay. She's suing the federal government because she got COVID-19 while in custody of the New York State penal system. And supposedly she's booked to go on the Call Her Daddy podcast on Wednesday.
Cool.
Oh, so she's pissed off that she didn't get to go because she's going to be in Germany.
I'd love to hear her real voice. Because if it's like how they depicted it, it's interesting because it's very different from any accent that I've ever heard.
I love it.
I don't know. Do they let you go on podcasts when you're in prison? I don't know.
Well, she used her Instagram
while she's in jail.
I believe that you are allowed internet usage in prison. Especially if it's not if you you to commit murder or like one of those like higher crimes, but you are allowed to use the internet.
Plus, she has friends that would probably post stuff for her, I'm sure.
Yeah, but God, I don't want to give too much away, but one of her friends wrote a book about it, about what happened with her years ago.
Yeah, but that, let's not give it too much away.
Anthony.
Yeah, don't give it away because now I might want to watch it now. It's got me intrigued.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
All right. Travis Barker is putting a bun in old Kourtney Kardashian's oven.
Oh, I saw this too. Okay.
They said they're trying to have a baby. I feel honestly, I feel like this is the jump the shark moment for the Kardashian show. This is it. Like
why that Kourtney is pregnant? Why is that jump the shark?
Well, she's not pregnant, but they're trying to get pregnant. I don't know. I'm not buying it.
I think this is a rerun. That's how I see it.
Oh,
We've done this already.
Well, I think because the trailer for the new show came out, and it's going to be on. First of all, it's going to be on Disney Plus. What?
No, it's on Hulu.
No, Hulu.
Oh, somebody ran it with Disney Plus today.
Well, it's part of the Hulu Disney Plus ESPN package. Yeah,
I guess that's why I was like, "What? How is that? How are they going to be on what?" Okay,
no, definitely not Disney.
And so the trailer shows it's like insinuating that they're trying to get pregnant because the doctor tells Travis to fill the cup, and she's like, bullshit. And she's laying on a table like at a doctor's office. So, I mean, there's been rumors that they've been trying to for like months now anyway. So we'll see, but who knows?
How many kids does she have with the Disick guy?
3.
Yeah, see, you don't need more kids than that. That's
ridiculous. Has 2.
And he has 2? What is this, fucking Carol Brady? What's happening here? It doesn't make any sense.
They won't stop until they have 182.
But
all right, we have more Kardashian stuff to talk about, obviously, with Pete Davidson. But first, let's do product testing before we get to DJ Trump, which might be the highlight of everybody's life today.
Oh God!
All right, here's the new. And again, TikTok's responsible for a huge chunk of our product testings, but here's the latest one. This comes from Dark Arts Coffee.
Oh no! I saw the hashtags. This isn't going to be good.
Yeah, this is the. Hey, let me know if you could hear this.
Put espresso in your orange juice.
There is no fucking way this tastes good. There's no fucking way.
So here, this guy is gonna make it now. I don't know why I can't skip forward. Like ice. There's his espresso. There's his orange juice, Tropicana. Like, how could this be good?
There's no. Yeah, he's saying there's no way.
Okay, now watch his reaction. I can't tell if he's like the last people that got us pickle juice and Oreos that they were full
That
of
was
shit.
terrible.
I think he mixes it up. It looks like ass.
Oh,
Guys,
All right, I've said it once, and I will say it
He
again.
says it's
I will
good.
say it again. Put espresso
All right,
in your
lady,
orange juice.
You're scaring the shit out
Orange
of kids.
juice.
there is no fucking way.
This won't stop. All right, go ahead, Frank.
I don't know, man. This I'm skeptical since that last one with the Oreo and pickle juice.
We have to try it. Don't you? Aren't you curious?
Does it mean I have to make
Okay.
espresso now?
Let's start with this. Are you curious? I'll
Sure.
fucking die if I don't find this out. I will.
I am curious about this.
I'm too curious now. Maybe I'm a sucker. Maybe Jeannie, perhaps we're suckers, but this will kill me
Oh, I'm
now until I
definitely a
try it.
I think they could come. They could say anything. Got to put this in this, and you'd be like, I gotta try it now. Doesn't matter. This what if they say you got to put
Well,
ketchup in your milk?
mom's ass.
Mix ketchup and milk together.
Wait, Frank's mom's ass or my mom's ass?
Frank's mom's ass.
Because I've already
obviously.
done that. That's old news. I've never put it in my mom.
What about my mom?
Get in line. No, I'm kidding.
You don't even want to know the condiments that has been up your mom's ass, Janine. I hate to tell you.
I relish that thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
she could get mad at that one. Oh well.
You know when you go to those southern barbecue places and they got like 400 hot sauces in that little thing, and that's what your mom's ass looks like.
You know, Buffalo Wild Wings, all the garlic and
Yeah.
garlic parmesan. That's the best one to go there.
What are you saying? Wings, beer, Phyllis's ass? Is that what you're proposing?
Basically,
Not
Yeah.
in that order. Or maybe in that order.
definitely in that order.
Yeah. The first Hot Ones was filmed in Janine's mom's asshole. Nobody really knows that, but it's true.
Little known fact. But
I
don't
think
know.
it's going to be good though
I'm
because it
skeptical.
has this sweetened orange juice
This-
with the very bitter.
Now it looks like he just
Espresso.
used gas station. Was that like at a 7-Eleven or a gas station espresso?
No. That was a real coffee. It's their coffee, by the way. It's Dark Arts Coffee. That's the coffee. That's who we saw because it's a Stitch. I don't know who the
okay.
original young lady was, but
Okay, so that guy. Okay.
so I don't know if he's just plugging his coffee.
It sounds like a scam to me. I don't think this is. I think he just wants everybody to get the coffee and try it with orange juice, and everybody's gonna throw up.
Because in no instance can you substitute milk for orange juice. Like we've all been there where we're out of milk. Let's put some orange juice in our frosted.
And this
Flakes,
isn't a
see what
this
happens.
isn't a substitute. This is an addition.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a substitute because he's making a latte just with orange juice instead of.
He's making an espresso.
I will say though, when I was drinking a lot of Starbucks, maybe it was the eggnog latte. After a while, the eggnog latte at Starbucks kind of tastes like orange juice.
Really?
But it didn't taste like coffee and orange juice. Like it would just get this weird orange juicy taste sometimes.
I think you just gotta wash out the cup.
Yeah.
That whatever you're
telling you.
using.
I think maybe it came from drinking like far too much of it, but
So I don't have the capability. I don't think I have an espresso thing in my house. How am I doing
what year
this?
is it in your house?
I don't drink espresso.
Ever?
If I'm out, maybe like at a restaurant, but
All right. Does it have to be espresso, or can we just put
it's coffee and not
Jumpstart
orange juice.
coffee in it? Yeah.
You're gonna. Oh, I was gonna say you have to go to Starbucks and then just ask for a shot of espresso.
That's what I was gonna say too. Even Dunkin', if you got a Dunkin' close to you, Dunkin' espresso is not as bad as Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
And they'll give you how much? If I ask for an espresso at Dunk, so what do they give me? A whole
They'll give-
freaking.
No, they'll give you a cup.
give you a
but
little
they'll
cup.
just give you a
Yeah.
shot of espresso in it, which is what, like $1.99 or something. Ginny?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't care about
Not that you're hard up for money. I'm just saying it's like a quick.
All right, if that's what I got to do
Jesus.
for this thing.
Yeah, because they've done it, but like I've ordered coffee from Dunkin' and then ordered an espresso shot separate. So they do that all the time. Put it in a big cup.
Okay, I'll try it if that's what we're doing.
Are we doing it?
Wednesday or Friday.
One of them. We'll figure it out. Janine,
Okay.
you in?
Yeah, whenever day.
Okay.
So I have both.
All
I'm
right.
going on record saying it's not going to work, but okay.
All right. We should bet on it. What do we think? I don't think it's going to be good either.
It can't be.
I was really disappointed. Yeah, but you know what though? What was the one that wasn't bad? The yodels and the mustard.
That wasn't. It was.
It was okay.
I forget what it wasn't Yodels or something else, but yeah, that wasn't bad. The cheese on the Oreos wasn't terrible.
Oh, I did not
That's right.
try that.
Jeez. Well, we've done a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah,
We got to stop with the
we
TikTok.
have.
This clip comes from TikTok though. DJ Trump. This is honestly like I miss this man so much as an entertainer. Like he's the president thing is good. The entertainer thing is the best.
You mean like You're Fired, that show? What's it called?
Yeah, but here's my point. Now that he's been president, I feel like he would just if he left politics and government stuff alone, he would kill. He would murder. He would be so fucking popular again with
There's no doubt that he's been offered stuff.
I mean, I would love again if I had the power to choose where to put our resources and what would work the best, I would put this guy back on TV to just be him on TV, no government stuff. I think he would
impossible,
win.
Though. He wouldn't go for it.
I think he'd win the country back. I think he would be more popular than ever. He would win the country back over.
You can't get him to drop his. That's his bread and butter. He sees it as his bread and butter.
If I got him to do this, you give me 2.5 years, all the Democrats will forget all the bullshit. They'll be like, you know who's good is that Trump guy. He's really got something.
I'm sure.
I'm telling you, guaranteed. Anyway, he was on the Full Send podcast, which is a huge. This is a weird. I'm not taking them down a notch. They're really big. I've never fucking heard of them, and I've
never heard of them either.
Yeah, I feel like I've been, kind of know the business here. I've not heard a thing about them. I've actually seen their merch and didn't know it was a fucking podcast. But anyway, they had Trump on there and listen to the exchange here. They asked him about DJing at the parties down at Mar-a-Lago.
I heard you're becoming quite the DJ here at Mar-a-Lago. I heard you're spinning.
You DJ? Would you believe it? I love music. I have an aptitude for music.
What type of music?
During, over our lives, we take tests and aptitude tests and all this. I've always had a high aptitude for music, but I love great music.
So do you actually spin or
no?
I
don't spin,
what do you use?
I pick the ones I like. I don't want to spin. I want to pick the ones I like.
What's your like go-to banger on the
Well,
aux?
I have a lot of them. You know, a song that does get people moving though. I'll play beautiful. I love Broadway stuff, and Phantom of the Opera and Les Mis, etc. You know what gets them rocking? YMCA.
I heard you.
He's the greatest of all time.
What a shock! The one thing that he plays at his rallies, YMCA.
Oh, does he play it at his rallies? I didn't even know.
Yes.
You know what? I don't spin. I pick. I pick.
Like, where do you get that from?
I have an aptitude. You know how you take tests? Like
do you
Superman.
think he goes on hurdle every day?
More like girdle.
I got it in 1 second today. It's fantastic.
2 tries.
I have an aptitude. You know how you take aptitude tests? Like man, woman, person.
Listen to the way
TV.
he says it though. He's like, "Would you believe it? I'm good at music too."
I heard you're spinning.
You DJ? Would you believe it? I love music. I have an aptitude.
Like an imbecile.
What type of music?
During, over our lives, we take tests. And
by the way, like this is his shtick now. He answers these questions the same way he answers
everything.
Like, how do you think you're doing as a president? He's like, "Oh, a lot of people tell me I'm doing good. Like I'm doing really a lot of good things."
I answered this, did that. But the guy on Saturday Night Live who does his impression is spot on. I mean, the best probably that I've ever seen.
Alec Baldwin?
No.
Oh.
The current guy.
Oh, I don't know
who it is, but he
doesn't look like him though at all.
He's he's not very, down in here. It doesn't really look like him. He gets dressed up like him and whatever. He puts the wig on, but he sounds exactly like him, and he's got the whole rhythm of how he talks. A lot of people tell me that
wait, better than me, better than mine,
slightly.
That's hurtful.
I always had a high aptitude for music, but I love great music.
So do you actually spin or
no? I don't spin,
what do you use?
I pick the ones I like.
It sounds so stupid.
And then he goes like this. I pick the ones I like.
You know, it's funny. That guy's reaction, how he just laughed at him, like he couldn't help but laugh. And like,
yeah.
And who's playing show tunes at fucking parties. Les Mis.
I don't know.
And Phantom of the Opera. What?
But I'll say this too, and Frank's the only official radio DJ here anymore.
Excuse me.
This is exactly how radio DJs of today answer questions. They go, "Do you spin the music?" No, I don't spin. I pick. Oh, you pick the music? Not really. No, somebody picks it for me. But I sit in there and I fucking press
make
those
sure
buttons.
It plays.
No, I pick.
I pick.
There are some
DJs
DJs that spin.
attitude.
There's some DJs on radio that spin.
Oh.
Well, here in New York, there's a couple of stations.
Lies.
There's the party station. There's the
Fake news.
Okay.
Don't believe what Frank says.
Can you do Kanye before you do this? Because
yeah, I can do that. Well, I could do this one in 2 seconds. Tom Brady
what she
decided
said.
he was coming back, and this was hours after some dude bought the football he threw for his last touchdown for $518,000.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
Now it's worth garbage.
Nothing. That guy just pissed away $500,000.
Now Tom Brady better give him that money. That would be.
You're 1,000% right. He owes that man $518,000. He owes him $1 million. Of some for
I don't
pain
know
and
if he owes
suffering.
him anything.
What?
What? Yes, he
He didn't
does.
make the guy buy anything.
I'll tell you what the class move would be. When you do retire again,
You give him that ball.
you give him that ball. Don't buy the other one from him. Let him keep it and then give him that last one. Now he'll have 2 of Tom Brady's balls.
I'll have both of his balls. That'd be great. The
And
first
then when
retiring and the second retiring. Oh,
when he
is
comes-
this the second?
This is the second. No, he retired. He only retired once.
Retired once, then came back.
And then came back.
Then retired again, and
No.
now he's coming back.
No. He never retired.
Oh, I thought
This is his first retirement.
Oh, okay. I thought he
And
went
now
away
he's
for
back.
1 year.
But I think when he retires for a second time and then comes back for a third time, he gives the guy the last ball then, and they'll have a whole fucking set, which would be nice.
That would be that's the classy move.
That's what you got to do. Pete Davidson versus Kanye. And then something that nobody is talking about. I don't think anybody is talking about this.
Let's see.
But we'll get to it after we get to the main chunk of Pete Davidson versus Kanye. So Kanye was texting with Pete Davidson and just fucking left a meatball over the plate, and Davidson took him yard because they were going back and forth. And then Kanye asked him where he is, and Pete Davidson's response was, "I'm in bed with your wife."
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That was the mic drop of all mic drops, and it's kind of fucked up.
That is super fucked up. Well, but here's the thing though. You can't talk to your ex's current fling, lover, whatever, and be like, "Where are you?" You could never ever ask you'd never ever say any of that.
No, that's you're lobbing it over the plate.
Yeah, because the answer is always "I'm fine." By the way, Phil the accountant would have fucking taken that yard. Then you put that in a comics court? Like, what were you expecting?
Yeah.
How do you not see that coming?
It doesn't even take a great comic.
No, clearly.
You know how much Frank loves Pete Davidson.
And then he sent a picture too, which is maybe the worst thing ever. I mean,
how did this get out?
Okay, that was my next question. And I'm curious to get Janine's impression on this because obviously she's a Pete Davidson expert. Wait, look at this douchebag's fucking face. Hold on. That's the picture he sent Kanye. I'm fucking your wife, then gave the peace sign with his fucking 9-inch tongue sticking out.
See?
It's gross.
Even fucking what's his name from Kiss got a little tongue envy with Pete Davidson here.
Right.
Gene Simmons.
Thanks. That would have been funny if I knew it. How did it get out? Pete Davidson's friend leaked it.
God, I'm sure Pete Davidson said, "Here, can you leak this for me?"
Right? Like, what do you think?
Well,
like
he did a screenshot. I'm sure he just did a screenshot and sent it to his friends. Look how I slammed on Kanye.
Or is this a whole coordinated effort to create a hubbub and it's all?
This doesn't seem like they're on good terms. These two, I don't think they're. Why would Kanye want to look like a jackass? In the he comes off looking really bad.
Well, so Kanye. So here's how it went down. So Kanye said he was calling Pete Davidson Skeet instead of Pete.
Right.
So Pete messaged him, "Yo, it's Skeet. Can you please take a second and calm down? It's 8 a.m. and it don't gotta be like this." I guess Kanye was on like a little Instagram.
He went on a rant yesterday morning and he posted it at 8:00 in the morning.
Okay, so that's what it was.
About Pete and Kim.
Right.
So, all right, continuing from Skeet's text. Kim is literally the best mother I've ever met. What she does for those kids is amazing, and you are so, it's bleeped out. I guess it's fucking lucky.
Yep.
That she's your kid's mom. I've decided I'm not gonna let you treat us this way anymore, and I'm done being quiet. Grow the fuck up. To which Kanye responded, "Oh, you using profanity now? Where are you?" And he wrote, "In bed with your wife," and put that picture up.
Don't ask dumb questions.
Yeah, to be fair, to hyper focus on the not point of the whole text, to using profanity now. It's like that's that kind of response lets everybody know that you have no response. You're not addressing anything in his text, All
right, but then Pete says, "This isn't public, dude. I'm not here for pictures and press, which obviously all you care about. My offer stands. I'd wish you'd man up for once in your life. Let me help you. I struggle with mental stuff too. It's not an easy journey. You don't have to feel this way anymore. There's no shame in having a little help. You'll be happy and at peace." This is the guy who was just like, "I'm fucking your wife. Well, let me come and help you."
Was there a response?
Nice.
That's nuts.
Did Kanye respond?
No.
Yes, he did. Didn't he say how was the because there was like 4 screenshots. How is the mental institution and the hospital?
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
Yeah, and then he said it's good. You should really And then he also called him either the B word or the P word.
Bitch or pussy?
Yeah.
Got it.
I was thinking bitch or penis. I don't know why I said penis.
You got penis on the brain, that's why.
Yeah,
so it's just
he's right. He's not wrong in the grow up thing with the writing song. The
talking about him dead.
The music video with him, with the claymation stuff.
I don't know, but okay,
as a rants on Instagram or whatever the hell.
When you're banging somebody that's going through a divorce, aren't you supposed to butt out of it? Isn't like that your thing to be like?
Well, they are divorced, right? It's official. No. It's not official.
No, I don't think they're divorced yet. They're separated, right? I'm pretty sure they're just separated. You can't get divorced in like 6 months, especially not when they have that kind of money. That's a fucking 10-year process.
All right. Well, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, I think I honestly, I get Pete Davidson here, but he should butt the fuck out of it. And here's the overall arching thing. Does Kim really think that this is a long-term thing with Pete fucking Davidson?
Why not?
You think so?
Also in that trailer, they were talking about their relationship too.
Of course they are.
This feels like a publicity, and not that they're like planning it, but like
people have said that they got together as soon as the whole Travis Scott thing happened, and they wanted to bring attention away from it. So her dating him was the way to do that.
Because here's the other thing too.
That.
If he was in bed with her, where is she in the picture? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a picture of him.
Yeah, she might not have been there that night, or he's home. And he's just saying it.
It just feels like sketchy ground where, like, you have now Pete Davidson fighting for you, and how long is that really going to all last anyway? You know what I mean? Like, I understand, like, the guy you're going to spend the rest of your life with, maybe step it up and be like, listen, butt the fuck out, weirdo. But how fucking long could this possibly
I don't know. It's weird because it's like he keeps going on these rants and he keeps talking shit about Pete and like Frank said in his songs and his videos. And it's like, at what point do you just make, now he's making you look like a pussy. So you have to stand up then. At least, from a woman's perspective. I mean, obviously, I would have went to the girl's house and ripped her hair out of her head already, but
it is kind of weird. I mean, she's made it obvious, clear as day, that she wants out, right? It's not like there's a chance, there's hope.
No.
So that's when you're Kanye, you got to be like, all right.
Right.
Game's
Yeah,
over.
he looks like a huge asshole in all of this. Like, honestly,
he does.
Yeah.
Like, he just looks pathetic.
Well, the thing was, after he posted the video, some people were saying in the comments, if he really wrote "in bed with your wife," where's the text? Where's the screenshot then? And then it came out later, when Pete's friend posted it.
Oh, is that why Pete's friend posted it then?
I think so.
Well, all I know is that this is only going to get better for us.
Obviously, for me anyway.
Yeah. I don't know how those children are going to survive, but it's going to be entertaining as shit for the rest
So
of
I
us.
guess you guys are watching the Hulu Kardashian show.
I don't know. Probably.
I'm going to have to this time. I never really watched the show before, and now I'm going to have to watch it.
Here's the thing. Have I ever watched that show? Because I watched the shit out of the clips that are online. I haven't sat down and tuned in.
Clips,
but I fucking won't miss a clip. So am I a watcher? I think so. I would say so.
I think I saw one episode when it was on TV, but other than that, and some clips here or there.
Yeah, we also the clips. Like, remember when they used to smack the shit out of each other? Those are the good old days. Those are great.
That you don't edit out. You keep that in.
I'll tell you what, everybody hates her now that she said that women are lazy and should get off their ass and work. That did not go over well.
No.
Yeah, that was bad.
Even the ladies on The View were like,
I mean, you literally, it's pretty hypocritical when you made your bones fucking. Not only did she make her bones with a sex tape,
she was born rich.
I think she works hard now, but she was born rich as fuck.
Yeah, I don't think it's not like she's you're right. She's in the spotlight a lot, and it's not like she's not like mopping floors or anything, cleaning people's houses, but she's working, I guess, it's not.
Yeah,
I don't think she doesn't have to.
No, she doesn't. I think she's got a great work ethic from where she started, but to criticize people for not wanting to work when you had a fucking that's like shitting on Usain Bolt for beating him in a 100-yard dash when you had a 95-yard fucking head start. It's like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, if you're not born, if you're born in a poor family or middle class family, to be like, well, why aren't you rich? You should be rich. All you got to do is work hard.
Yeah,
that's like implying that poor and middle class, they don't work hard.
All right, so here's the other part of it. Pete Davidson's going into outer space.
Oh, I saw this.
So stupid.
Why, God? Why?
Him and 5 paying customers, which this seems to be the thing now. Like, let's get a celeb, and then we'll get the 5 suckers who are paying for the celeb to go on board. And
where's the special going to be on?
What?
The special of him going to space, is it going to be on Fox?
It's probably the Hulu finale.
NBC, right?
That's a good question. I know. Well, that's Bezos, right? So it'll probably be on Amazon.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, he's going on Blue Origin. Shatner went. Michael Strahan went on Good Morning America, and now Pete Davidson's going to go up.
I mean,
he's definitely getting high. Be high.
I'll tell you what. If I was Kanye, I'd buy a ticket and be like,
I'd be on the same flight.
Sit across from him.
Yep. Fuck him up in outer space.
First ass whooping in space.
Yeah, basically.
So what they used to call it? Celebrity something, when they used to fight each other.
Celebrity deathmatch on
MTV.
Yeah.
Except in space.
Yeah.
It's so true though. This is the new reality show. Go to space with a celebrity, and then they will sit there and
I saw this great meme. There was it's like all these people, or a cartoon or something like that. It was like all these people going, I'm going to space. I'm going to go to space. $millions, billions of dollars. And then the last thing was, we just want healthcare. What are we doing?
It's true.
Can we stop with this? Just get us some healthcare, please.
Yeah, but why don't you want to see Pete Davidson in outer space, Frank? What are you, a communist?
I guess so.
Is that what it is?
That's probably it.
If Pete Davidson dies going into outer space, where does this leave the whole thing? That's a twist I would never see coming. And before you pass judgment on me, would you put it past that fucking Mama Kardashian who basically sold her daughter's sex tape to kill this son of a bitch in outer space?
Would not.
Why would he want to kill? Why would she want to kill him in space?
Ratings.
Yeah, but the ratings are higher if you drag out the whole Pete Davidson thing. You don't want to get rid of your star.
Nah, you got 2 or 3 episodes max with this arc. There's nothing there.
No,
but if he
there's
dies,
a lot there.
If he dies, then he got the fucking special. First of all, you got the episode that's coming out after the tragedy where they go, on this episode, we want to remember our friend Pete Davidson, and here's a look back at 6 months ago. They have that episode.
Nah, too quick.
Because then everybody tunes in like, what are they going to say? He's dead. But they don't say anything because they're still showing you the past shit.
But then it's over. Then you've spent your whole thing.
No, and then it's the funeral, and then it's the
SNL monologue.
Yeah,
his mom's house in Staten Island.
Right.
You think it too short term. You keep Pete Davidson around because you can keep you have the Kardashian SNL tie-in. You got all these comedians that are friends with Pete Davidson tie-in, and you got the Kim Kanye whole thing. It's a whole. You get rid of Pete Davidson, the Kanye thing doesn't matter anymore.
I disagree. I think you got years.
Years.
The remembering Pete Davidson episodes, the reunion episodes with Pete Davidson's mom. Then you got the year anniversary of Pete Davidson's death.
Wow. And then they name Travis and Courtney named their child Pete.
Pete Davidson Parker.
Peter Parker. It's like, is it after Spider-Man or is it after Pete Davidson?
Exactly.
Peter Barker.
I'm gonna go.
Dolly, okay. Why are you telling us? We've never asked you to tell us.
You never give us the heads up.
Wait, let me start the story. Don't leave now. It'll be awkward.
Okay.
You got to leave when we don't expect.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dolly Parton bows out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She got nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She put out a tweet saying that she doesn't believe she's earned the right because she's never put out a rock and roll record, but plans to one day.
I've never heard. Not that I've never heard. I feel like it's a weird move to be like honored for something and go, nah, no thanks.
So the first thing I read, I was like, oh, like she said that she didn't want to like split the
It's very
vote.
humble though. I love it. Dolly Parton can almost do no wrong. She's amazing.
I agree, but here's my problem with this though. She missed the whole point. Like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a music hall of fame. That's all it
right.
is. They just
No, I
call
know.
it rock and roll instead of music.
Right.
Because the Music Hall of Fame is kind of lame. It started as a rock and roll thing because kind of rock and roll took off.
Yeah, it's not just rock and roll, of course.
And yeah, it's like all these hip hop artists are in there now, and it's like an honor. Like just
It's
call it
country
rock and roll.
artists, yeah. But yeah, she did kind of, but it's a humble. I like her thought behind it of being humble and like, no, I want to earn it. But yeah, you're right. It's not just a rock and roll thing. So yeah, she has every right to accept it, and she does deserve it. So
when I first heard the story and she said she was bailing out, somebody said because she didn't want to split the vote. I'm trying to read her statement here. Oh,
she did say something about that.
I really do not want votes to be split because of me, so I must respectfully bow out. I thought there was another woman in the mix, and she thought that she would be pulling away votes.
I think she thinks she's pulling away votes from rock and roll, rock and roll artists.
Person. Yeah, but she should be in there just as. I don't know how many country artists are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I don't know either. I'll look it up.
It's weird though. She was nominated the same year as Eminem, so it's just that weird. Like if Eminem deserves to be nominated, like you deserve to be nominated. You've got like 50 years on the guy.
Oh, I think
no, not you, Dolly. You know what I mean? Like it's like you could be there. There's no shame in anybody's game as far as this is concerned. You know.
Yep.
So Dolly's out. You can't vote for her. And plus, I didn't even know you could do that. Like I've heard people be like, boycott it, don't vote for us. But I've never heard anybody say, please take my name off of the ballot so I don't get any votes.
Hank Williams, Jimmy Rogers, Johnny Cash are all in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Okay.
I'm sure there are others.
I know Johnny Cash gets lumped into the country thing, but I feel like he's a rockabilly guy. Go ahead,
Garth Brooks is in there.
That's a country guy.
That is a country guy.
Yeah, I don't know what she's thinking.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Chet Atkins. There's a bunch in there.
He's in there for a diet, so that just goes to show you,
right?
Like anything can get you into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, he was like, I know, just stop eating bread.
There's no bread. There's no bread in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, basically.
There are a bunch. Yeah, Hank Williams is a big country guy. Floyd Kramer, Bill Monroe. So yeah, she wouldn't be the only country artist.
Yeah, I kind of think this is a misstep from Dolly, but okay.
She does what she wants to do. That's the Dolly way. She does have her own theme park.
That's true. She has her own theme park. She do whatever the fuck she wants. And also, if I had my own theme park, I would be like, I have my own theme park. What the fuck do I need to be in your bullshit music theme park for? There's not even a good ride over there. It's just shit to look at.
That's true.
Yeah, if you want to worship
we should go to Dollywood.
Go to Dolly. I would love to go to Dollywood.
I'd love that. I can't. I know nothing about it. Literally, I don't know any of the rides. I don't know what they have there. I'm sure.
Oh, you'd love it.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
Yes. You have an awesome time.
Okay. Thanks. So fan feedback, we always love. Give us your comments. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere they allow comments. We like to read them all. We read as many of them as we can. Anthony's got a bunch, I'm sure, lined up.
Okay, first one prepared. That I read last episode was, the question is, did I find it interesting that Frank couldn't go to the movies with me, but drove across state lines for our other friend to go see John Mulaney? And I also pointed out to the audience that the friend that you went to go visit is also named Anthony, so that I clearly am the lesser of the favorite Anthonys.
So here's the difference. My wife was involved in all that, all the planning for that.
So your wife likes the other Anthony better than me. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying, that's true, but that has nothing to do with this. See, when you put the movie thing out, you only sent it to the guys. I didn't answer this one either. My wife, his wife, kind of went back and forth with the planning and said, "We're coming."
But he threw the invitation out.
Yeah.
And you had to tell your wife about it.
No. It was in the group chat.
I don't think it was. I think it was just in the regular chat. Yeah, I mean, it was just in the chat that I started for the movie.
I don't think so, because unless she took my phone and read it, because I didn't tell her about it, which is fine. But I didn't go, "Hey, do you want to go?" I didn't do that. She asked me. She said, "We're going to Pennsylvania." I said, "Great."
How convenient.
It is convenient.
It's okay. I'm not insulted.
You should be.
I'm highly insulted.
Good.
I'm very highly insulted.
And second of all,
I sat there all weekend,
would go to the movie,
not going to the movie while you were off gallivanting with our other Anthony and what I can only assume is John Mulaney.
I rarely get a chance to gallivant, and when I see a chance to do that, I take it.
I hope you had a miserable fucking time at that show. I hope he stunk.
Was wonderful.
Was it good?
Yeah, he brought up Pete Davidson too.
Fuck off.
I swear, he did a show. It was the first.
No, he didn't.
Literally the first stop on this new tour of his, John Mulaney. This was the first place that he did, and his whole routine.
And he picked fuck Amish, Pennsylvania to start the tour. I can't believe that either.
Well, it was nowhere near Amish, but sure.
Everywhere in Pennsylvania is Amish. It's
right.
Philadelphia and then Amish.
It's kind of true.
Yeah.
But the whole set was him talking about rehab and everything he went through. It was like an hour and a half of his experience. It was hysterical. It was freaking hilarious. But Pete Davidson did come up in that a little bit.
Oh, he brought him up. I thought you meant he brought him up on stage.
No. He talked about him. I mean, he talked about him because he's a friend of his.
Was it funny?
It was hilarious. The whole
show.
Yeah, I mean, this was the first leg of the tour, first show of the tour, and it's gonna go everywhere. I think he's coming to New York in like August or something, but that's like sold out. This was like the only show that's like not.
Is it really sold out, or were you afraid that I was going to ask you if you wanted to go?
Afraid that
you don't want to come up with an excuse.
You kind of got me, but I'm sure it's going to be a special on God knows what, Netflix or whatever. But it's definitely worth seeing. It was great.
Did he have an opener?
He did. Don't remember his name, but he was good.
How long was the show, start to finish? Because it was in a casino.
No, it was. Well, the arena is like a few miles away from the casino.
But it's like the Mohegan Sun arena, isn't it?
Usually it's a hockey place. They have hockey games there. They have all the retired jerseys and shit.
Oh, so it was a real show.
It was a huge arena. Yeah, it held thousands and thousands of people.
Oh, big. So you might have gone what, like 90 minutes? Like how long did he do?
Yeah, well, he was about 90 minutes, and the opener was about a half an hour.
Oh, so you got a real show.
Yeah.
Because the problem with the casino shows is those things are not over an hour. They're just fucking not ever.
Yeah. No, this was a big deal.
Okay.
You know. And it was good. It was hilarious.
Did I read the Canada one last episode? I can't remember now.
What do you think? I watched this show?
I'm doing a horrific job keeping track of everything. The Zelensky Fap fan club started in your absence.
Like you say, I leave one day.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, he's earned it. I haven't earned it.
You caught an awful lot of criticism for the "don't say gay" thing.
Why?
Because you want to teach kindergartners sex ed. I think that's why people don't like you now.
See, and I answered a few of them. It's not about sex ed. It's about when people hear the term gay, for some reason they equate it with sexual education. It's not sexual education. This is gay relationships. So a man is allowed to be with a man. It doesn't necessarily. It's not just a sex thing. You know, it's a relationship. It's like a man being with a woman. It's not just sex. It's emotional. It's the same thing that any other relationship would be. So when you say gay, it's about the relationship. It's about a person being with another person. Yeah, sex is a part of that. But I'm not talking about teaching sex ed to kids. I'm talking
Sounds like you want to teach sex ed to kindergarten.
Okay, so whatever I say, you just say the opposite. Got it. I think I got the formula down.
That's what they're doing in the comments. So.
Oh, okay.
I figured I'd try it, see how it works.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not talking about the sex ed. I'm talking about gay people exist, and this bill is pretending that they don't.
Wait, in kindergarten though, or does that happen later on?
It happens when it happens.
Okay.
All right. It's not up to you.
All right, let's go through. So now a lot of this fan feedback is going to be from last episode when Cuddles was on.
Everybody loved Cuddles, by the way.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
No, I got it. You don't have to make a big deal out of it. I understand.
Just giving her a compliment. Jeez. Jumped down my throat about it.
Every third comment is like, boy, this Cuddles is really good. I'm like, I'm still on the fucking thing. Like, I'm here too.
Nobody cares about you. Cuddles. There was a few comments. Get rid of Frankie C and replace him with Cuddles.
Yeah, well, I like to. Oh, you mean from the audience? There was a lot of those comments.
There were a lot of those.
Somebody wrote me a DM. It was like, I didn't want to say this publicly, but really, your wife is so much better than Frank.
I told my mom to stop DMing you.
I love the sly. Like, I have to tell you this personally because I don't know how you do it.
I don't know if you know this.
Yeah, that's the best ever. It is just really good. So let's go through some of the Cuddles love. Jesus. KW.
Start.
Really enjoy you and your wife together. P.S. I was Googling the origin of fuck just to get a handle on why this word is so usable and ran across my favorite, and I hope you can slide it into the lineup. Fuckery. This term means most useful while talking politics. Yeah, fuckery is the word.
I like fuckery. That's a good word.
Yeah.
I like how this person was looking up that word. Like, you got to imagine they came across some images. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's true. Just to show it's not a shit on you, Frank. Victoria writes in Cuddles over JSABs.
Wow.
There you go.
Everybody has has their tastes. I get it.
Listen to this, Annie. I missed the live show. I'm a day late. Good day, Cuddles from Australia. What a delight you are.
That's very nice.
Yeah,
I'd have to agree. She's a delight.
Well, all right. That's not. That's
Just because you don't like your wife doesn't mean everybody else has to not like her.
I like her. I just have to live with her. Oh. Mercedes, Anthony, we never went to the moon because if that was the case in this era, we would have been there a few times more. Now,
we were.
I would love to dismiss this as wacko, like conspiracy.
We did go back.
Theory. Yeah, but Mercedes brings up a really interesting point here. We went, and then we went a few more times. When was the last time we went?
It was a long time ago.
It was to bring back some more rocks to study. I know that.
The problem was NASA and funding. They couldn't, and they decommissioned a lot of the shuttles and shit.
Why? That's what I wanted to know.
The hell do I know?
Was it completely useless? Because that's the, I mean, even then, though, I feel like we would still kind of go to just.
Oh, Elon Musk and the other guy will take us there, Bezos.
Well, because that's what's interesting about what Mercedes just said. And I hate to jump in on a crazy, wacko conspiracy theory if they filmed this thing in a fucking studio. Because I didn't necessarily, I swear to God, I didn't believe that. I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever until I read this comment and I go, that's a really good point. Why have we never gone back? We went, we made it work with 60s technology.
I think because we could study it and get what we need from it without having to go back. We send, we have all the modern science that we need to study it and get the info we need from it. And then there's a finite amount of info, I guess. I don't know.
But we have
unless we're colonizing it.
We have an international space. Exactly. We have an international space station. We have people living up in space. Colonizing the moon was always a thing. They're still talking about colonizing it. Fucking Elon is on to colonizing Mars at this point. We're sending satellites farther than we ever have. I get we're still doing shit, but the idea that we were just kind of like, it fizzled out so hard. I wonder
because
why.
We went nuts trying to get there to beat Russia. We did it, and then we just kind of nobody was interested anymore.
Maybe
public interest kind of waned on it.
Maybe this is what we need to do to stop Putin from invading the Ukraine. We just give him one of these like the kids. Like, hey, over here, we're going back to the moon. Like we're gonna beat you that way.
Oh, I'll go to the moon.
Yeah, like a dog.
Distract them a little bit.
Like up here, over here. We're gonna go to the moon.
Whatever works.
Yeah,
that would be good.
We should just start talking shit. Like we're gonna blow your ass up from the moon. It's gonna be easier.
I can't imagine that the moon landing was faked.
If he's so afraid of COVID, how could he not fall for they're going to blow us up from the moon?
I think we can get him to believe some stuff.
I think we do.
But
you haven't given me a real good. I don't know if there's a real good answer.
I gave you answers.
We tapped out.
We lost interest. No, we lost interest in it as a society, and that really
okay.
That's the funding part of it. Like,
but be honest,
the imaging doesn't look good for it.
I get that, but be honest. We're at the point now where we're throwing celebs up into outer space for 5 minutes.
We're not doing that. They're doing it on their own.
Okay, they're doing it on their own, but there's interest enough for it to be done. We don't have any interest in fucking throwing somebody up on the moon.
I think because if we start doing that
on reality show and a reality show concept alone, I could get that show fucking sponsored.
Okay, there's an article.
Will Truman Show this bitch?
Let's see. Astronauts often say the reasons humans haven't returned to the lunar surface are budgetary and political hurdles, not scientific or technical challenges. Private companies like Blue Origin and SpaceX may be the first entities to return people to the moon. This is an article from Insider.
What is it? Insider? Who?
Business Insider.
Oh.
Yes.
You put your Business Insider?
When I can.
Can't you just read the article instead of looking at pornography?
No. So we've put 12 people on the moon. We've collected rocks, took photos, performed experiments, planted flags, and that was it. 45 years later, we haven't been to the moon in 45 years. 1972.
Yeah, that seems like a long time.
I mean, there's people that that we want to go back. We want to go back again, but the thing is, that's what they're saying. Two things are money and politics are keeping us going.
Helen, first time to hear Cuddles, so cute together. Miss Frank though, he's funny. So thank you.
Thank you, Helen.
Love Big C. Love the show. Yep, that liberal dude Frank screwed you with the movie. See?
I agree.
A lot of people on my side.
Thank you, Big C.
A lot of people tell me you screwed me with the movie.
I have an aptitude for screwing you with movies.
Yeah. I picked
the movie.
Could you believe it? I have an aptitude.
Can you believe it? No, I can't.
S. Renee, Cuddles is awesome. Glowworm, absolutely love the episode with Cuddles. Please show J Sabs the door and let Cuddles fill in her spot.
Harsh.
That's what she said. Wink eye. Set up. Joke. Very well done.
All right.
Very
all
well
is
done.
forgiven.
Raven talking about Khloe Kardashian's pantry, saying it's probably the staff's food. Watch them have a shelf they can eat from, and then eat their own shit. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Staff gets basic. Why would she pay to feed the staff high-end meals? I don't know. Did you see Khloe Kardashian's fucking pantry? It's ridiculous.
It's a crazy pantry.
It's fucking ridiculous. Lisa, listen to the 911 call from Kugler. They read the note and he used his card and PIN and gave his ID over. Then the teller asked how he wanted it, and he told her to look at the note. And that's what made her call 911. We were talking about Ryan Coogler got arrested, and everybody was like, "Oh, there's the cops arresting another black man," which they detained him. But everybody was like, "Oh, the cops are racist. The cops are racist." And my whole point was, no, the fucking bank's racist. Like the bank's the one that was like, black guy's trying to rob us because he handed her a note because he didn't want to say out loud, "Hey, I need fucking here's how I want my $10,000 withdrawal."
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh God.
It drove me crazy because I'm like, everybody's picking on the cops. They're fucking just responding to the call. Like the bank.
The bank.
Yeah.
Fucked that up pretty big.
And the woman, the teller, though, she admit it's funny because they said.
But also, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Said the cops get there and see there's nothing, then no reason to detain them. They see the note, and they see, why.
No, but that's how people rob banks, Frank. They hand a note.
Yeah, I get that.
I have a gun. Give me the money.
But the note didn't say that.
No, the note didn't say that, and he had the account number and everything, and he had all this shit.
He didn't want to say out loud, "I'm withdrawing 10 grand."
Right, but the cops don't know that. The cops hear there's a bank robbery going on right now. Please come here immediately.
I understand that, but when they get there, they go through the process. They figure out, and then they figure out this is not a bank robbery. Here's the note. It's all.
Yeah, they didn't take him into. They let him go in the car.
Oh, all right. So then what do you?
But that's what they have to do. They have to put you in handcuffs. Like that's how it works. I didn't think that the cops were racist at all in this instance. The bank teller, on the other hand, though, I can't say the same for.
How do you get a note like that and go, he's robbing me?
Well, he had his ID and all. That's what doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it didn't. Other than it can't be possible this black guy has $10,000 in the bank.
That's not good to assume.
But every article that I read was like, well, she was a pregnant lady. And, I think it was kind of insinuating that, when you're pregnant, you're kind of like,
no,
you're hypersensitive. You're like, it's emotional. It's a roller coaster.
She's saying that women don't know how to control their emotions.
No, I'm just saying
that's wrong of you, Anthony. I don't think you should be doing that.
Pregnant doesn't mean you could be racist, but it's
messed up, man.
It's an emotional.
No, you can't use pregnancy as an excuse.
With the guy that got arrested. Oh, and here's the thing that I said, which is so true. He was pulling the money. Not that it's wrong or he deserves to be arrested. I just found this funny. He was pulling the money out to pay cash to his health advisor or something. But I'm like, what fucking that person's doing something wrong. If you're fucking traveling health guy is like, oh no, I need cash. You got to be like
10 grand right now.
Okay. Yeah, we got to separate this. I need you to be operating on the books if you're going to be fucking doling out health advice.
Unless it's working. Is the guy healthy?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it looks like he's in good shape.
Right.
Okay, this is unforgivable. Jimmy Coco writes in, really enjoyed this episode of COA. More, please. Cuddles on air. That's not funny.
You see, she's taking over.
COA was the best one. That's the best one.
That's a good one.
No, that was pretty hilarious.
See, I would watch the show. No, I wouldn't watch the show.
All right, that's it. You got anything else?
I'm good over here, my friend.
It's good because I've had about enough of you.
Sounds about right. This is about all we can take.
I didn't even use this.
Go ahead.
You dick.
New clip.
We said go ahead all day, the whole time.
I know. I fucked up.
Can't leave you in charge of that thing anymore.
And Cuddles wouldn't have made that mistake.
Cuddles would have nailed that thing.
No shit. No shit.
So keep that fan feedback coming. We love hearing it. We love reading it. Positive, negative, whatever you want to send us.
I like hearing the positive stuff about me, not my wife.
Every now and then, it's nice.
Is it? I'm trying to live with her now. I'm gonna have to start taking out the garbage and cleaning up after myself.
Is her ego starting to blow up a little bit?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I think so.
One episode. Don't worry about it.
All right, that's it. Appreciate you guys for watching and listening. Don't forget to go on over to the merch store, which you can get to by going to anthonyonair.com or shopanthonyonair.com.
Good stuff.
Some mugs and stuff. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. Thanks for watching and or listening. anthonyonair.com.
Bam.
Show me potato salad.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.